Hello, welcome to Willie's Discussion Room. Today I'm going to talk about civil rights activist John Lewis. John Lewis was born the son of sharecroppers on February 21st, 1940, outside of Troy, Alabama. He grew up on the family farm and attended segregated schools in Pike County, Alabama. As a young boy, he was inspired by the activism surrounding the Montgomery bus boycott and the words of the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., which he heard on radio. It was this activism that led him to decide to be part of the civil rights movement. As a student at Fisk University, John Lewis organized sit-in demonstrations at segregated lunch counters in Nashville, Tennessee. In 1961, he volunteered to participate in the Freedom Rides, which challenged segregation at interstate bus terminals across the South. Lewis risked his life by sitting in seats reserved for white people. He was also beaten severely by angry mobs and arrested by police for challenging the injustice of Jim Crow segregation in the South. During the height of the movement from 1963 to 1966, Lewis was named chairman of the Student Nonviolent Coordinating Committee, which he helped form. While still a young man, John Lewis became a nationally recognized leader. At age 23, he was an architect of and keynote speaker of the historic March on Washington in August of 1963. In 1965, John Lewis and another notable civil rights leader, Hosea Williams, led more than 600 peaceful protesters across the Edmund Pettus Bridge in Selma, Alabama, intending to march to Montgomery in protest of voting rights, where they were met by state troopers and brutally attacked. This incident became known as Bloody Sunday. Later that year, the Voting Rights Act of 1965 was passed. Despite more than 40 arrests, physical attacks, and serious injuries, John Lewis remained a devoted advocate of nonviolence. John Lewis served on many committees on ethics, voter registration, and more. John Lewis at one time helped nearly 4 million minorities onto the voting rolls. John Lewis was elected to Congress in 1986 and served as U.S. Representative of Georgia's 5th Congressional District until his death. John Lewis held a BA in Religion and Philosophy from Fisk University. He was a graduate of the American Baptist Theological Seminary. He's been awarded over 50 honorary degrees from prestigious colleges and universities throughout the United States. Rest in peace, John Lewis, civil rights activist.